Art is beautiful. It is life, and when it is brought from the depths of the mind to the physical realm so others can appreciate, the power of art is even more evident. Welcome to Art House. I'm Neota Igbe. In England, writers write to entertain. But for a Nigerian writer in my position, you can't go into that. Every generation must recognize and embrace a task it is peculiarly designed by history and by providence to perform. We'll begin with this exhibition tagged Treasures of Our Ancestors, a display of part of the collection in the palace of the Ooni of Ife to give us a peek into the history of the Yoruba tribe from Nigeria and across the South Americas, captured in art forms that speak of beauty and power.
Wisdom says one who is attempting to find a better future will do well to have an idea of the past. Our history gives us that mirror into what our forebears had seen or done and the lessons that they have learned. The Treasures of Our Ancestors, an exhibition of the history of the Yorubas, was put together by the Ooni of Ife, Oba Adeyeye Ogunwusi Ojaja II. The exhibition features relics in gold plates, bronze and wood, as well as gemstones and precious metals that tell the story of the Yoruba race.
Some of them are 13,000 years old. They're there. Some of them are 6,000 years old. They are there. Some of them are 5,000 years old. If you are careful enough, look at them. Check each and every one of them. And we have well over 1,000 to display, but because of space, we're only able to display only 63 to 65 out of 1,000. So it's a long project that we've been doing for a long time. So for us, it's in twofold: to talk about who we are. If we don't talk about who we are, by virtue of all the things we inherited, it took us many years to gather everything around all over the world. We don't appreciate our own, but we want to let the world know that truly we appreciate it.
The pieces are part of the collection of the Ooni's palace, and they are showcased at the Yoruba Museum so that others can better understand the origins, character, and style of the Yoruba people.
When you see antiquities, you will know the kind of tribe it came from. And for Yoruba people, these are things that came from our tribe, and mostly some of them are still resident with us. Some of them that are being used in form of ritual, we're trying to let people know, because the impression they've given everybody now is we are idol worshippers. That's a lie. There is no other almighty that is greater than the supreme God. Created all these lesser deities. We are not idol worshippers. We are connected to nature. So that's the reason why we've picked everything all over the world.
The monarch takes guests into the forest of artifacts, explaining the historical relevance alongside the economic value of the stones and metals.
We are blessed with natural resources in Africa, but we are living in abject poverty. It's not adding up. Today, I want to showcase everything 100% done by we Africans, by Nigerians, and by extension the entire African, using all the natural resources that we are blessed with, from gold to platinum to silver to bronze in their wrought state, and all the diamonds and precious stones that we can get from the continent of Africa.
He also highlights why it's important to let it be known that the Yoruba tribe is not limited to Nigeria.
The largest number of slaves taken to Brazil were mostly Yorubas. Right now, the population of Yorubas in Brazil is now close to 100 million, even more than their aboriginal home, which is Nigeria. As a result, the Brazilian government, they've realized that, and they know how strategic working with the Yoruba heritage is. Because the Yorubas in Brazil, they've never forgotten their roots. They are still very strongly connected to their root, and that's the reason why I have been working very closely with the government of Brazil. So what we're doing together now, it's a very strong strategic alliance between Kingdom of Ife and the overall extension of Yoruba land, because all of us came from the Kingdom of Ife. And we want to showcase our ancestral treasures. We want to showcase who we are. It's very, very rare for the black people to do that by themselves. It has always been the Western world showcasing who we are, telling our stories. Nobody can tell our stories for us. We have to tell our stories by ourselves.
I will say the Brazilian culture, first of all, they are Yoruba. You go to Sao Paulo, you see the Yoruba people there, they eat akara, they eat all the... I will say because they are part of us, so they are Yoruba.
And so guests from all walks of life are here, immersed in the ways of the Yorubas, a tribe spread across the world in places like Brazil and Chile.
There's 50 million Yoruba people in Brazil alone. There's probably less here. And I think very few people know what he has for us to see. And I think this is just a real fraction of what he has as a 51st Ooni. But what he's revealed here is something that the world hasn't seen. And I think it's for collectors like myself and people who are understanding and trying to build awareness, I think it's extremely important. I think the average Nigerian doesn't know what these are, what they mean, and that they exist in this country. And they think there's something else, and we need to build that awareness.
I'm really impressed because it shows that we are improving. And for the Royal Highness Ooni Adeyeye to come and unveil this, it shows, I think we have a silver lining at the end of it all, because this is more of craftsmanship. It's art though, it's art in the real sense, but taking it to another level by using gold or some of our mineral resources to make something like this. And he said it's going to be a mobile gallery, so it's going to take it all over the world. So that alone will project Nigeria, Africa, as it were, so we can then leverage on that, because if we have a mobile gallery by our Royal Majesties, that speaks a lot.
Yeah, I'm very impressed by all the artifacts. In fact, you asked me before, what is your favorite? And there's my lady. Because of the expression in the faces, it's very expressionate. And you can see it's a lot of craftsmanship and artists that gone into it.
We're also trying to promote the African value and celebrate art and culture. And the KBS is also using the opportunity to also unveil some of those hidden values in our land. And that is what we're witnessing here today. I'm so happy to be part of this. I'm someone who believes in cultural value. I'm someone who believes in connecting bridges and all that. And it also signifies that Nigeria is open to other countries. You know, we love our neighbors, we love them, we're willing and ready to partner with anywhere we see light and beautiful things. And that is what we're witnessing here this evening.
The organizers behind this exhibition, in conjunction with the Brazilian embassy, say the idea is to achieve multiple objectives: take the guests down memory lane, encourage some to return to the earth for the gifts it possesses.
Today, the Brazilians are showing the whole world what Nigeria has that people are not noticing, that from it we can even increase our GPA, and through it many youths can be employed. For instance, I got to realize that there are a lot of diamonds and gold in Ife. If they start mining it, instead of just exploring it, they should try to refine it here in Nigeria. With that, there will be a lot of people that will have employment and who could even be proud of being Nigeria.
It's a shame that we have so much treasure and we are in abject poverty. It's not adding up. We have a lot of youths looking for a job. It's out of this world, even the Western world. Well, to me, they caused a lot of problem for us, but we should wake up from our slumber. We can't continue to cry over spilled milk. How can we have such a huge resources like that in Nigeria? Nigeria has them, I'm saying it, I want you to quote me, we have the most purified gold in the world. And yet our central bank doesn't have gold bars made in Nigeria 100%. People take our gold out of Nigeria, they refine it, and it will end up in different multilateral institutions, and they give it back to our central bank. It's unheard of. Again, Nigeria, quote me again, we have the best stones, gemstones in the world. It moves from southwest Nigeria to northern Nigeria. We don't have any country that can compete with the gems out of Nigeria. A country like Congo, maybe, but we still have the best colors. All those things you are seeing there, none was done abroad. None was done outside Nigeria. It is the objective of what we are doing, that truly we can polish, process, and facet things that belong to us, things that can add value to Nigerian youth, and we can spring up thousands, so many industries.
The visitors to the Yoruba Museum will definitely agree that those objectives have been achieved and even exceeded.